I've just been talking about reduced emissions from deforestation and degradation. That's a debate that's being discussed in the UN climate negotiations at the moment, and basically what it means is it's paying or incentivizing developing countries to reduce emissions from deforestation and degradation through things like agricultural intensification, payments for environmental services, and various measures such as subsidy removal in certain areas. The question I was really asking is, can those kinds of financial flows, which may come from the carbon markets, the global carbon markets, they're pretty significant, up to $13 billion per year by some estimates. Can those flows of money actually bring development benefits for small producers and the forest-dependent poor? And it's a complex question to answer at the moment. It's quite a hypothetical, high-level discussion, but things are moving on the ground in many developing countries, and particularly ACP countries as well, which have obviously large forested areas and some with very high rates of deforestation. There are various benefits that these financial flows could bring. They could bring direct financial benefits to small producers through direct payments of money, or non-monetary benefits such as clarification of land rights. There are potential indirect benefits from the red markets. They could be value addition in the supply chain through potentially things like verifiers for carbon, and there are potentially larger economic benefits in terms of contributing to growth in developing countries. But there are also quite a lot of risks. At the kind of macro level, those risks are, this is a market mechanism, and markets tend to seek out low-risk scenarios. So countries with poor records of governance and policies which favour high rates of deforestation in certain ways, or large amounts of illegal deforestation, might be likely to not benefit from these markets. And within that, then small producers, if the countries can access finance, can small producers really access the financial flows? And that's the big question. Again, the question of it's a market mechanism and it's a highly technical market, doesn't exist yet, and there are lots of questions over how it might be structured. But in terms of access to the market by small producers, a lot of the same issues come about in terms of unequal distribution, elite capture of the benefits and the financial flows, problematic access to markets through the highly technical conditions set and high standards. But REDD does actually offer some potential opportunities, and probably one of the main ones is that it encourages a national approach to carbon accounting and to these carbon markets, which doesn't exist at the moment.